ball to left. Sweeney hit well, and Charlie Capsella, what a play! Here's a line drive out to center field. It's a grand slam! Going back is Shaw. He is going to get there. What a catch! And he's going to hop over the fence while doing it. What a coming home. It's Morales to throw. On double up! It's in time! It is in time! Here's a rocket. Deep left field. Does this have a chance to go? It is gone! Go ahead, homer. Tyler Wilkins on the first pitch. Play called for a back on the 14th, and there's number 100. Stephen Devaney with a line drive to left. He's 2 for 2. And with triple digits for number 1 as difference. And here's a ground ball shooting through the left side. And Kingsway has won the Ralph Shaw opener. Here we go. Fly ball deep left center field. And it is gone. Grand slam. Scott Lynch, grand slam. Is the man of the hour. There's a ground ball that's going to go into center field. It's going to be picked up, and it's going to be booted. Here comes the runner to the plate, and Pittman has won it in extras. Walk-off single, Jude Engstrom. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Just like they drew it up in Hollywood. Caladros, the 3-2. Swinging on us! And the Audubon Green Wave have upset the Kingsway Dragons in the Ralph Shaw Classic.
It's Thursday Night Football here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. We've got a good one tonight with consolation games in the South Jersey Group 2 bracket. It is the West Deptford Eagles and the Delran Bears. We've seen Delran twice. We're going to see West Deptford twice. It's going to be a fun game for two teams with the exact same record of 2-7 in this year. West Deptford's getting ready to come out on the field. Delran just took the field a couple minutes ago. But for these two teams, this is the second time this year Delran's played on a Thursday night. And, Delran, they've got a brand new head coach, Colin Hugo. Expectations are high. They're having, a 2-7 season. They're coming back from, Colin Hugo, his first year. What's the bar set for tonight? What's the expectation?
I mean, the expectation tonight is I really think it's going to be a dogfight, right? As we said, both these teams have the same exact record coming into tonight. You look at their past games before this. I mean, you look at right now West Deptford, who had a pretty tough game against Haddon Heights. And then, it's pretty much the same thing. Delran's last game wasn't the best either. So, I mean, right now, these two teams are really trying to prove themselves as what is probably what is their last game for both teams here tonight. So, I mean,
it's not the last game.
It
could be the second to last. Whoever wins tonight will go to the finals of the consolation bracket.
Oh, right.
Because four teams get in, but still, yeah. I mean, I think it's important for these guys, especially with West Deptford. They're kind of a rebuilding program. These are two teams that are rebuilding programs, and they're going to look at the film tonight. They're going to look at the footage, and they're going to say, okay, how can we use this to build for next season? And, these guys may not be in the playoffs. They may not be in the elusive brackets, but this is an important game for everybody. It's an important game for team pride. It's an important game for morale. For game picks tonight, we didn't have formal game picks again tonight, but Vince, I'm going to put you on the spot here. What's your pick, West Deptford or Delran?
I mean, judging on how both teams are playing, how both of their schedules have been, and how their years have gone, I think I'm going to have to go. This is a tough one. I'll probably have to go with the Eagles. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is a really tough decision, but I have to go with the Eagles. I'm leaning that way. I know Delran is at home, but for this one, just seeing on how hyped up they've been, especially seeing their pregame, I have to go with the Eagles on this one.
Well, I'm going to say the Delran Bears. I'm going to be different with you for this one. I think that Delran is going to come into this game with a lot of passion. They've got a lot of things to build off of from Hugo's first season here in Delran. And I think it's going to be a one-score game, but I think Delran's going to come out with this one. Obviously don't have any score picks, but that's what we've got for us tonight. For Friday, we don't know what game we're going to cover yet. We have a couple games that we could be covering, but a couple plans fell through, so we're not exactly sure what we're going to do yet. But we are going to bring our attention back to the field now as we've got the West Deptford Eagles coming out, the Delran Bears already here. Excuse us, folks. We're working with the shutter on our camera as West Deptford's getting ready to come on out. In fact, their band right behind them. And right behind them is the visiting West Deptford Eagles. All right, well, now that both teams have taken the field, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with kickoff from the consolation bracket here in South Jersey. Coin toss just wrapped up. The West Deptford Eagles and the Delran Bears getting ready to go here from Joseph Chinichi Stadium here in Burlington County. I'm Dan Wilkins here with Vincent Folk. Let's talk about these two teams and what they've been able to accomplish this year. West Deptford and Delran, both 2-7 on this campaign going into the South Jersey, sorry, hit the wrong button there. The South Jersey Group 2 Consolations. And for these guys, their lone wins with a 14-13 win over Paulsboro on September the 22nd, and then a 22-9 win over Sterling on October the 9th. They had losses to Heightstown in that Ocean City Invitational. There was Woodbury, Camden Catholic, Camden, Haddonfield, Salem, and Haddon Heights. So a tough schedule for West Deptford, but they are going to try to face possibly their most even opponent yet in the Delran Bears. Delran is coached by Colin Hugo in his rookie season as a head coach. They started off the year 2-1 with wins over Pemberton and Burlington Township, but have dropped off afterwards, losing 6 in a row to Willingboro, Cinnaminson, Pensauken, Rancocas Valley, Notre Dame, and Camden Eastside. But we'll see how they play out tonight. Delran is going to, looks like they're going to kick off. West Deptford to receive to start this ball game here from Joseph Chinichi Stadium. We're glad to have you with us here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. The coverage, the place to be for all South Jersey high school sports, wherever you can find them. We've got a crowd filing in tonight here for the consolation game on a beautiful Thursday night here in Burlington County. It was a high of 82 degrees. Right now, 72 degrees with winds blowing south to the southwest at 5 miles per hour. By the time we get out of here, it's going to be 65 degrees and partially cloudy. Tomorrow for that coverage, it's going to be 79 and partly cloudy. Saturday, 82 and sunny. But let's focus on the present. Delran getting ready to go, getting ready to send this away from the 40. A bit of a subdued atmosphere tonight, but we're still going to have a great 4 quarters of football here between the West Deptford Eagles and the Delran Bears. And away we go. That one's sent away. Will be taken in and botched. And he's going to get swarmed up at the 20, and that's where West Deptford's going to get their start. It was sent away by Brandon Wynn and brought in by James D. Rossini. And West Deptford will have their first possession from pretty deep in their own territory, inside the 20 at the 19. West Deptford with head coach Jason Morrell, assistant coaches Don Clark, Mark Dixon, Phil Fisher, John Havers, John Herron, Tom Jacobowski, and Sal Manino, Darren McCune, Justin O'Neill, Jared Owens, Tyler Yates, and Ryan Baglivo. With a handoff off to the left side. DeRossini not going to get too far with that one, and that's going to be second down. First play of the ball game for the Eagles gets them about 2 yards, and it'll be 2nd and 8 from their own 22-yard line. If you're just joining us, it's NJSIAA Group 2 Consolations with the West Deptford Eagles and the Delran Bears squaring off here. This is a 4-team bracket. With the other 2 teams, I believe, are Pennsville and New Egypt, but I'm not exactly sure about that one. DeRossini again on the carry. Again, not going to get too far on that one, and that's the beauty of West Deptford and Delran, is that they're mostly rushing teams. So if the defense on both sides end up being a greater factor than we think, then this could be a very well, maybe a 1 or 2 touchdown game on either side. It could end 14-13, or maybe a PAT or a 2-point conversion are what decide the game. About 90 seconds into this one, DeRossini got a decent gain, but still 3rd and 4 for the Eagles. You're watching Thursday Night Football here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. West Deptford trying to convert on the 3rd down. Thought I saw a jump from Delran there. DeRossini again. This time it might be short, but we'll see where they put it. And that's going to be enough for a West Deptford first down. So they just got that one across, and the Eagles are going to have another shot here. West Deptford in their blackout jerseys tonight. Delran wearing all white with the brown and yellow accents. I've said it before, I think brown is a underrated color when it comes to utilizing the entire rainbow in sports jerseys, and especially in high school sports. Can't name too many other schools who have that color package. Here comes the throw. It is picked off by Delran.
Number 22, Jack Jordan.
Jack Doyer with the pick, and on the first play of the set of downs, it's Delran's own number 22, Jack Jordan, who gets it home, and that's going to be a pick for the Bears. And they get this thing started right away with 9:43 left in the first. Just about 2 minutes into this one, they've already got an interception to their name. You know, he forced Brady Cobb into a bad situation there, just trying to adjust and get the pass. I mean, that was his first pass of the night, and he got picked off. Oh, wow, what a rush there. Oh, my gosh. Kenny Jones. Even the public address announcer was shocked there with, again, that being, Kenny Jones. Here we go again. 2nd down and 3 after the gain. Dropping back. This one's going to go just over his head and out of play. Yeah, intended for Camille Yamaz, and that's going to be 3rd down after the incompletion. Hold on. Timeout's going to be called on Delran, and with 8:53 left in the first, Delran gets a pick and moves the ball up for 3rd down and 4. We'll be right back after this. Third and short for the Bears, trying to convert. Man in motion, Dylan Husband. They're going to hand it off. Oh, they're going to go with a flea flicker here. No, they're going to keep it on the ground. On the near sideline, with the end around.
That's enough for a 1st down for the Bears.
So DJ Halley gets enough for a 1st down, and Delran's going to be not just in the red zone, but just a few feet shy of that 10-yard line that they need for 1st and goal. Last time we were here in Delran, Willingboro won 57-19 over the Bears on Thursday Night Football. Both times we've been in Delran, it's been on a Thursday night. Haven't really gotten the true Friday Night Lights action yet here on DWB in Delran. Here comes a handoff up the middle. And Cobb going to get past the 10 for a couple of yards. It's going to be 2nd down.
2nd down and 4.
Saka under center here with a man deep in the backfield. He's going to play fake, throw to the right side. It is caught, and he is going to fall forward into the end zone for a Bears touchdown. So Vaughn Smedele with the touchdown, and Delran gets on the board first. It's going to be 6-0. That was a relatively easy drive, if you ask me. They were just driving right through them, and now they're going to try the PAT here to make it 7-zip. Win out to kick. Holding is Liam Kennedy, the free safety. That one is up, away, and good. It's going to be 7-0 Delran. They get on the board first, and they get on the board with just 4 minutes elapsed in this ball game. We'll take one more quick break. We'll be right back after this. 7:58 to go in quarter number 1. Garden State Pet Center is an independently owned full-service pet store.
DJK Roofing is an American-owned company that cares about our customers. We answer the phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and offer financing options to keep cash in your pocket. Even in our busiest times, estimates happen within 24 hours if needed. Most jobs can be completed in 1 day. Our measurement techniques ensure accuracy, so there are no extra waste materials when we replace your roof. We treat our home like it's yours. From the biggest to the smallest jobs, the owner will be on site to oversee the operation. Our employees are not permitted to smoke on jobs, and cleanup is so good that it might be cleaner than when we arrive. For all your roofing needs, call DJK Roofing now.
West Deptford ready to send this one away, or excuse me, Delran and Brandon Wynn after Delran got the touchdown from Vaughn Smedile. That one's a high flyer from inside the 15, returned by West Deptford. That's not going to get anywhere, and Delran's going to get right on top of him. And just like deja vu, West Deptford's going to be quite deep in their own territory to start this drive. Look at this. I'm going to turn the camera away for all of that acrobatics that they're doing down there. I know I'm not fit for the job, but I could never be a cheerleader. I don't think I'd appreciate people throwing me in the air like a rag doll, you know? But I guess there's a lot of trust that you have in your cheerleading, teammates, if you will. Cobb with a handoff to the right. And that's going to make it second down. A little bit of a late tackle there from Matt Varek, but it's going to be 2nd and 7 here for the Eagles. But yeah, this is the second time we've seen both teams. West Deptford lost 38-14 when they played Salem on October the 14th in their first game at the brand new Salem Stadium. Cobb gonna hand off again up the middle, but Delran is not fooled at all, and that's gonna be third down.
Lorman on the carry. Gains about 2.
So Larman makes it third down for the Eagles.
Third down and 5.
This broadcast is brought to you by DJK Roofing, South Jersey's #1 roofing supplier with over 200 5-star reviews on the web. Get a free quote today at 856-778-3900. Third down and 4 or 5 for West Deptford here on their own 25. Cobb sends a man in motion, going to hand it off, but again, not going to get too far, and that's going to be short for the Eagles. DeRossini again doesn't get too far here. Hold on now, we've got a late flag on the play here. We'll see. I might be a personal foul call here because I think I saw maybe a late something. Unsportsmanlike on the Eagles. Wow. I think somebody said the magic word or the magic phrase, if you will, and yeah, that never ends well. And not only were they short on the third down conversion, but they're going to be knocked all the way back a country mile on fourth down here. Well, I don't know why they're going on fourth down here. I think maybe because of the personal foul, it also counts as a loss of downs. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Punter is deep in the territory, almost with his foot on the goal line. Oh, the snap is low, And that's going to be a dead ball because his knee was down. But Delran's going to either set up on the goal line, or I think he was too far out for it to be a safety. Although I would have loved for it to be a safety, because that's always something that we try to the anomalies we see in football. I always try to see the goofy moments in it, but Delran is basically going to have a touchdown handed to him unless West Deptford can stop here. I mean, they're just a few feet out from the goal line. We'll see what they can get here. As Delran, after the turnover on downs where the punt was muffed and his knee was down, here comes the handoff to the big man, number 77, with KJ Jones. He got a rush earlier in the night, and now the lineman gets a touchdown to his name. It's going to be 13-0. Well, a good start for Delran, I'll tell you that much. I mean, they are putting everything into motion right now, because if you're midway through the first quarter and you've got an offensive lineman scoring touchdowns for you, you know you're having a good night. Brandon Wynn is going to send this one away. Wynn up, away, and good. He's 2 for 2 on the PAT, and it's going to be 14-0. We'll keep it here as West Deptford's going to have a third chance to get past the 40-yard line. They have not crossed not even their own 40 yet. They've been picked off and had that turnover on downs. Not a great start for the Eagles, but they're going to try to get back into this one with plenty of time remaining. 5:36 left in quarter number 1. This broadcast is brought to you by Doug Does Anything, your local handyman. For any job needed, no matter how big or small, give Doug Does Anything a call. 856-412-0118. Still a lot of empty seats here in Delran. Maybe some of them are watching our broadcast on DWB, but we've got I think the consensus I heard from this crowd was that a lot of people didn't know that there was a game tonight. It wasn't really well advertised. I understand this is a consolation game and that it doesn't really count for more than team pride. It's a lot like the NJSIAA regional crossovers and everything like that, where these schools are playing different opponents in different circumstances. As Wynn's going to get a great kick here. It's going to go back to the 5-yard line. Returned by DiRossini. He is going to be taken down. Bit of a late hit in the backfield by Brandon Wynn, but West Deptford is going to set up, I think, around their own 30, and that's where West Deptford's going to get that possession. You're watching coverage of the NJSIAA Regional Consolations for South Jersey Group 2. If you have any questions or comments about today's broadcast, drop me a line at thedanwilkinsshow@gmail.com. We're also looking for new sponsors, so if you're a small business owner, reach out to us today. We have sponsorships for over 50,000 annual viewers on our YouTube page for as little as $150. We film commercials for $250. More info available if you just send us an email. Pitched off to Davis on the far side. Going to be 2nd and 6 here for the Eagles. So Zamir Davis, the 5'8" halfback for the Eagles, getting them actually about 5 yards on the play. Are playing in. Here comes a rush up the middle by West Deptford, and for the first time tonight, they're going to get across the 40-yard line.
43-yard line. First and 10.
I was going to say it was their first down, but no, they've had 2 of those tonight, 2 first down conversions here for the Eagles, but they're going to try to add another one. Cobb with a handoff up the right side. And West Deptford's driving. They might have gotten the wake-up call that they needed. It's going to be a big gain here, still short of a first, but it's going to be 2nd and 4 here for the Eagles. Although this is still a very long first quarter. This reminds me of the time we did Palmyra and Gloucester Catholic early in the season, which I can't believe this season's already almost over. I mean, it feels like just yesterday, August 25th, or even August 23rd, we did our first ever football broadcast inside a tight press box at Camden Catholic. I never would have thought that that would have happened, but, you know, hey, life comes at you fast, and then before you know it, mid-December is going to come around. We're going to have basketball, going to have a whole bunch of winter sports, and then before you know it, March is going to come around, and we're going to have baseball again. And then in about 10 months' time, I'm going to be moving into college for the first time. I mean, it's, you know, it's a sequence of events that I never would have thought would hit you so fast, but, I mean, there you go. It's just how it is. 3rd and very short. Cobb with the handoff, and that's not going to get anywhere. In fact, they get a tackle for loss, and not even forward progress could save you there. It's going to be 4th down. Although I don't see Quahan Land coming out, so yeah, Brady Cobb. I don't think he had the right play before he walked out the huddle. So now he will. After the tackle for loss by the Bears, it's going to be 4th and 4 here. It looks like they're going to go for it. I mean, you're down by 2 scores early in the first. You want to get that squared away early. Cobb going to roll out to the right. It is incomplete, but tipped away by a Bear. And with just over 2 minutes left in the first, Delran's going to take this one over. And actually, it's going to be on the opposite territory. So it's going to be from the 49-yard line, right on top of that orange Delran logo, right at the center of the field. That's where they'll set up shop for their 3rd possession of the night. And, you know, maybe there's a point where you start feeling like this could be a barn burner game, but at the same time, West Deptford should never turn their eyes, if you will. You know, they need to stay in the game, especially because if they win, they've still got another game to play. And for something like a consolation, what matters most is who wants to win more. And if West Deptford doesn't want to win, if they want to just kind of lay down and go into the off-season a little bit quicker, work on the winter workouts or whatever you want to do, you know, then have at it. It's not like a playoff situation where you're competing for a state title. You know, you're kind of competing for something a little bit different. But that's just kind of the way it is. But if Delran wants it more, they'll get it, that's for sure. 100 seconds left in the first quarter. Saka with a throw to the left. It is caught. Breaking away. Big hit to Gomez. So a big gain for the Bears. The Saka's pass complete. And again, they're going to get all the way to the 23-yard line. Delran going to get ready to go here on first down from just on the doorstep of the red zone. Saka with a handoff. Oh, and breaking free. And Norman is going to be taken down. Brady Bowman, excuse me. That's a 25, 5'11", 185. He gets himself a couple of yards on that play for second and about 2 or 3 here. They're going to wind down the clock, and we're going to end the first quarter on a high note for the Bears. It's 14-0 after 1. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back with more West Jersey Football League action in the South Jersey Group 2 Consolation Semifinal. So the winner of this game next week will play the winner of Lower Cape May and Roselle at the higher seeds park. Delran was actually the number 1 seed, and West Deptford being the 4 seed in this contest, and we've got movement everywhere, and that's going to be on Delran. So after they got a big run from Bowman, it's going to be second and longer now. And yes, I did say that Lower Cape May is playing Roselle. Now, I will mention that Roselle is listed as South Jersey Group 2 in the Consolation Tournament, despite the fact that Roselle is actually further north than Brooklyn, New York. And Lower Cape May, Central Jersey Sports Radio did a great job of pointing this out on Twitter the other day. One of the things that they said was that, look, Lower Cape May is at the southernmost tip of Jersey, as Saka's going to get a run up the middle here.
Saka on the quarterback key.
He's going to get pretty far, but I think that's going to be short. But what they said was that Roselle is just as north as Linden and Elizabeth, and they're on the same line as Brooklyn, and just a little bit further south than the Statue of Liberty. So Lower Cape May is the 3 seed, despite being 7-1, and Delran is the 1 seed in this consolation, despite being 2-7. So you could just throw the records all out the window. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. But the worst part of it all is that for a noon game on a Saturday, the Caper Tigers have to travel 2 hours and 10 minutes up the Garden State Parkway from Lower Cape May High School to Roselle, now known as Abraham Clark High School. Here comes the rush to the short sideline. Payne, he's still on his feet, and now, there's going to be a late flag coming in here. Hold on now. This isn't the first time we've seen one of these. Yeah, I'm not sure here. We'll see what they get. Probably might be another personal foul. We'll see what the Whitecap has to say. West Deptford already had an unsportsmanlike earlier in the game.
Personal foul, face mask on West Deptford.
Face mask on West Deptford. So the hard penalties have been hitting the Eagles, and the only penalty that Delran's gotten has been a false start. Just about a minute elapsed here in quarter number 2. Delran leads 14-0 here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting from Joseph Chinichi Stadium. Saka with a handoff, flag on the play. He'll go into the end zone, but we do have a flag. So hold the phone here. Illegal formation on Delran. Well, they got away with one offensive lineman scoring a touchdown, but when 74, Colin Moore, tried to get it this time. I mean, I remember when we did Palmyra and Gloucester Catholic, Palmyra had 4 or 5 illegal formation calls against them in the first half because they kept running the same play that was illegal, and they got called for it every time. Each time that they ran that same play, they got called for it, but they still ran it in the first half 4 or 5 times. You know, penalties be darned, but... So Colin Moore's score from the left tackle will be taken away. 10:30 left in the first half. Here with a fake up the middle with Vinny Sacca. There's another flag. He gets into the end zone, but the flag was before the touchdown. So let's see what they call here. Is that the 3rd play in a row with a flag? It's Flag Palooza here in Delran. And that's only going to make this first half move a little bit slower. Call it South Jersey Ambient right here. Sideline warning on Delran. So I think that they're telling their guys to, back it up a little bit. Each team usually gets 1 before it's called a penalty. But usually, I see them maybe every other game, and they happen when a team is standing too close to, they're standing too close to the field of play. Like, you can see those Bears right up against the sideline. Sometimes they get a little bit too close. Yeah.
Oh, illegal push.
Oh, that's what it was called. Now. Oh, there's a 4th flag on the play.
There's another flag.
Somebody's got the over for this game. There's going to be another flag on this play.
This is crazy.
That's the 4th straight play with a flag. Oh my gosh, this game is moving at a snail's pace. It took a short amount of time for Columbus to get across the Atlantic.
They only had 1 flag coming into this.
Yeah. And one of them was an unsportsmanlike. We had a false... Oh my gosh. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 16. I didn't even recognize that referee's hand signal there. I didn't even see that. I have no idea. This game is going to be one for the weird box right here. Oh my gosh. Here we go.
Strike 8. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly. Right, yeah. Sacca with a handoff. No, he's going to play fake. Pass to the right. It's going to be caught. It's going to be caught by number 10, Shane Kingsmore. It's going to be second and goal from inside the 10 now, from about the 9. That's the first play to not have a flag in a long time. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, exactly. That reminds me very well of the Overbrook-Woodstown game from this April in baseball where we had, I think it was Brent Sherman that was at the plate, and he had a walk, a strikeout, and 2 home runs in the same at-bat. Vince, I don't know if I've ever told you that story, but yeah, walk, a strikeout, and 2 home runs. Sacca with a throw. He dumps it off to the right. It's caught, but is it going to be enough for a touchdown? No, it's going to be short. So Kennedy on the reception. Yeah, he's going to get basically on the goal line, but basically what I think it was actually Grant Williams. I think it was what it was. Or no, Brent Williams. Sorry. He hit a home run to left that was called foul, despite it being well over the foul pole and left. And then he had another one, the next pitch, that was called a home run, but was a foul ball. The umpires got together and they called it a foul ball. But we'll talk about that in a second. Here comes a flag again. That's 5 on the drive. Oh my gosh. That's going to be a false start on Delran. There's more yellow flying around the field than Spirit Airlines. That's going to be a knockback of 5 yards. Man. Yeah, I'm not sure, but well, no, Delran had 2 flags in this drive, both of them false starts. Although no, they also had an illegal formation.
No, I mean before.
Oh yeah, before the drive, yeah. Now a lot of them are on Delran. I mean, oh my gosh, it's something. I'll tell you that, it is something. 9:10 left in the second quarter, and we are already. We still have 40. We're 47 minutes into this broadcast. Here comes the handoff to the left side. This time he might get through. No, he's going to be short. No flag. It's going to be 4th and goal after the rush by Nick Peen. Delran up 14-0. They've been fighting for that 3rd touchdown for what seems like forever. But let's see. Saka, handoff to Peen to the right side. Maybe, yes, it's a Delran touchdown. Their 3rd of the night. The metal bleachers continue to clang as Nick Peen drives one home, and it's going to be 20-0, Delran. Yeah, they've been driving it good, and then Brandon Wynn's going to be coming out for his 3rd PAT of the night. So Wynn is going to send this one away to make it 21-0. To go 3 for 3 on the PATs tonight. Wynn gets a good snap. It's going to be a low velocity kick, but it's up, away, and good. And it's 21-0 in favor of the Bears. We'll take a quick break. Delran up handily here midway through quarter number 2. We'll be right back. Quarter number 2, Delran with touchdown number 3, and that's going to be sent away to the 15-yard line. West Deptford's going to drive through. They get a good return. Okay. I thought the ball was knocked loose for a second, but that's, I have no idea. I mean, so West Deptford's going to set it up from their own 35 here for the first down.
37.
First and 10, from the 37. West Deptford with their best field position to start a drive yet. And hold on now. Okay, now we're good. I have no idea. This game has confused me to no end. Diracini off to the far sideline. That's going to be And neutral there, second down. Don't forget, folks, Saturday morning, get up bright and early, 9 a.m. Get up bright and early because I have to. We've got NJSIAA South Jersey Group 1 soccer playoffs headed your way this Saturday, 9 a.m. from Bendorf Narducci Memorial Field. It's going to be Audubon's first game on their football field in 15 years as they square off against the Haddon Township Hawks. There was a scheduling conflict with the Green Wave Turf, which is Audubon's usual home field. Vince, you've been there plenty of times, but because of an event going on, they can't use the field. So for the first time since 2008, they are playing at the football field 9 a.m. on Saturday, and we're still going to try to find a football game on Saturday as well. Here comes a pitch off to the far sideline, and DiRossini's going to get across for first down. You're watching Thursday Night Football here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting between the West Deptford Eagles and the Delran Bears. If you have any questions or comments about today's broadcast, drop me a line at thedanwilkinsshow@gmail.com. We're also looking for sponsorship opportunities. We can film, edit, and record your commercial for your small business for just $250. It's a 6-month plan. So reach out to your small business buddies. We can get them on the air in front of 50,000 plus annual viewers in markets all over South and Central Jersey. No matter the market, no matter the need, we'll be there. And of course, we'll always put your business on social media promotions as well to give your brand more exposure. Get your small business on the air today with Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. And with that being said, this broadcast is brought to you by Garden State Pet Center, the place to be for all things pet-related, including the healthiest product choices available for your pet. Also, toys, cages, accessories, and more. Visit today anytime online at exoticpetsnj.com or in person 7 days a week on the 200 block of Whitehurst Pike in Audubon. Of course, Audubon moving on to the second round of the South Jersey Group 1 soccer tournament, beating 12th seed Pennsgrove 1-0. That was yesterday's broadcast on Wednesday. Here comes the rush up the middle. He kind of stutter-stepped there. He was waiting for a gap, didn't get it, and it's going to be third down. Don't forget, tomorrow night, our good friends over at HSG Network with Howard Gaber and John Shidlali. That's going to be the Howell Rebels and the Hillsborough Raiders squaring off in North Jersey playoff football action. It's one of our partner networks here at DWB, HSG Network. They cover Hillsborough Red Raiders athletics, so if you want to tune in, 7 o'clock start time. Here comes a breakaway from West Deptford. They're going to get in the red zone. That's going to be all the way down to about the 15-yard line. First down for the Eagles.
Pushed out of bounds by Aaron Smith. First and 10 from the 18.
First down for the Eagles. Here comes the rush up the middle. Not going to get too far with that one. And finally, the whistles are blown. 5 minutes left in the half. West Deptford trying to get on the board for the first time tonight.
Second out of 5.
Second down and 5 for the Eagles here.
Davis on the carry.
Davis to the short sideline. He gets rolled over.
By number 15, Brady Bowman.
So Zamir Davis does not get too far, and it's going to be third down and 5.
So bring up 3rd and 6.
Or excuse me, 6. 5 or 6, give or take. Delran needs to stop to avoid West Deptford getting on the board before the half. I mean, they still have just under 4 minutes, but time moves quickly. Time moves quickly here in high school football. Brady Cobb looking for a play here. Pitches it off to Lorman. He gets a run up the middle. Where's this going to fall? It looks like it's going to be across the 10, but I think it might be short. So Connor on the tackle, and it will be 1st and goal for the Eagles. They'll set it up from the 7. We'll see what they can get here. West Deptford, when they score in bunches, and we'll see what they can get if they can drive this ball across into the end zone with now 3 minutes left in the half. Cobb, hand off to Lorman on the short sideline, still on his feet. Finally gets down, but he's going to move up to the 2 or 3. And West Deptford's going to be on the doorstep of a touchdown here.
Second down at 3.
Lorman, they want a touchdown. Cobb especially wants a touchdown, but that's a touchdown, West Deptford. Took them a little while to call it, but West Deptford is finally on the board here, and it's going to be 21-6. So here we go. They're gonna go for 2. What is this? I've seen this before from the Indianapolis Colts, but I've never seen it in a high school game. Now they're gonna go for 1. It's like a moving diorama here, you know? Cook to send it away. It is up, away, and good. So despite all that tomfoolery, West Deptford gets the PAT to go. And with 1:58 left in quarter number 2, it's 21-7. We'll take a quick break here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. We'll be right back. West Deptford scores for the first time tonight. They're getting ready to go. Cook will send this away from their own 40 with West Deptford down by 2 scores here in the waning moments of the first half. 1:58 left to go. There's a line drive kick. It is dropped, and Delran is going to smother it at the 23. That kick was right at the chest of number 26, Liam Finn, and he had to bring that one down. Saka drops back. Saka to the far sideline. That's going to be out. It's going to be second and about 3. 90 seconds left in the half, and now time's going to be called here on the Eagles. Vince, Delran got off to a hot start, but West Deptford's keeping them in check. What's your thoughts so far?
My thoughts so far is this game has been all over. I mean, we take a look back, right? I mean, the Eagles getting a hard start to the game with some of the penalties, right? Then they get that. When they tried punting it away, it was said that his knee was down. It was a dead ball. Then that gave Delran some points. Then we look at that pass Delran drive, which had about 50 flags on it, and they still managed to get in the end zone. So this game's been strange within, and then that last drive by the Eagles to get their first point. So it's been an up and down game. I still think 100% it's definitely anybody's game. But, I mean, we'll see what Delran can do. They have time, 1:30 left, so this drive is very important for them. If they can really get up before the half, we'll see what they can do.
Well, right now, Delran is up, and they're going to try to extend that lead past a 2-score game before they go to the locker room. I mean, you know, these guys are definitely going to try to expedite the best thing they can, and there's going to be a flag. Speaking of devil, Vince, you bring up the flag, and we get one called right away. That's going to be... That was right when the play was initiated. It's going to be on the Bears. .129 left in the first half. Vinny Saka from the shotgun getting ready to go after the false start. West Deptford almost jumped too. Playing with fire. Here goes Saka with a high pass, incomplete, intended for Kennedy, and that's going to be third down. Timeout called by the Eagles. We'll be right back. 1:22 left in quarter number 2. Trying to wrap up the second half. I mean, we've been here for an hour and 6 minutes. 6:58. It's been a long first half. Here comes the rush up the middle by Saka. He's going to get pushed forward, but not too far. It's going to be fourth down. 1:11 and counting. Well, they've got 35 seconds left. I would seriously try to do Yeah, I'd try to get a play in or something. You're 4th and short.
I mean, this is like, no, they're just going to let it go.
Timeout's going to be called by Delran. 25.7 seconds left. I mean, I don't know. I think, well, I mean, the way that they were playing, they had to call a timeout or else they'd have a delay of game call. So but it's 4th and short. You might as well get one play in, try to push the guy across, and if you don't, I mean, maybe the risk is high because if you don't get that play, West Deptford gets the ball back and they have 30 seconds. But given the history, I mean, I'd give them the chance. It's more likely that Delran gets across for the first down than it is likely that West Deptford scores from the opposing 40-yard line in 25 seconds. That's just me, though. Now the punt crew is out. Wynn sends it away. It's going to land at the 50, but it will go out of bounds. So it turns out West Deptford will have an opportunity after all, with 19 seconds left.
I wouldn't be surprised if you get in one long passing play, the passing game hasn't been great.
So 1st and 10 for West Deptford from the 46. Cobb getting ready to go. They have 19 seconds left, but that's still enough time. Cobb's going to go for a pass. He lets it fly for a deep ball, and it's incomplete. The intended target, DeRossini, he just had too much coverage on him, and the ball beat the player to the destination, if you get what I'm saying. But now they're going to have, but still, that incompletion is better than completion and not getting out of bounds. Because at least you're going to reset where you guys were. You have 12 seconds left on the clock. I mean, you could have 0.1 seconds on the clock, and as long as that clock is stopped, you still have a play in your arsenal. So these guys are going to have at least one more play, maybe two. Both teams have one timeout left, so it's theoretically possible if Morrell, pulls that trigger close enough to that 0 point. Cobb in trouble, has to get the fadeaway pass to DeRossini. It's caught. That's going to be short, and they're going to keep the clock running. No, that's the right thing there. West Deptford's going to take their last time out here. They've got 1.5 seconds left. I know that you want it to be that way. I know you want to go to the halftime break, but guess what? West Deptford still has that in their arsenal, so they're going to use it. Hail Marys have worked before.
They just got to protect.
Who says that they can't work again? So West Deptford's going to talk this over.
They're getting to the QB too easy. They really need, the offensive line really needs to try holding them back. I'm noticing when the ball is snapped, he's got guys coming at him from every angle, and he has to get rid of that thing as fast as possible. So to do a Hail Mary, yes, that would be the right thing to do. But, right now he's getting, right when the ball snapped, like I said, there's guys flying at him within seconds, and he's really not having any time to set and have a good launching, throw. So we'll see what they can do here. 1.5 seconds may not seem like a lot, but it could be a lot.
What did I say a minute ago? You could have 0.1 seconds on the clock, and as long as you have something to work with, they're going to have one play from the opposing 44. Cobb goes back, lets it fly for a deep ball, but nobody's home, and that's going to be incomplete. After one half, West Deptford got on the board and tried to replicate it, but we go to the halftime break with Delran leading by 14. It is the Bears 21 and the Eagles 7. We'll be back after this in about 10 minutes with a halftime show break and, of course, 24 more minutes of West Jersey Football League action. We'll be right back, folks.
DJK Roofing is an American-known company that cares about our customers. We answer the phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and offer financing options to keep cash in your pocket. Even in our busiest times, estimates happen within 24 hours if needed. Most jobs can be completed in one day. Our measurement techniques ensure accuracy, so there are no extra waste materials when we replace your roof. We treat our home like it's yours. From the biggest to the smallest jobs, the owner will be on site to oversee the operation. Our employees are not permitted to smoke on jobs, and cleanup is so good that it might be cleaner than when we arrive. For all your roofing needs, call DJK Roofing now.
Garden State Pet Center is an independently owned full-service pet store. Our specialty is promoting companionship between people and animals by providing the healthiest product choices available, including all-natural foods, supplements that support and relieve health issues, and innovative products for pet parents. Our goal is to provide our customers with a relaxing environment, and while we're not striving to be the biggest store on the East Coast, we're striving to be the best. No other pet store will make you feel at home like we do. At Garden State Pet Center, we view pets as members of the family. We don't believe in fast, high-pressure sales, but instead matching up the right pet with the right owners, as you are making a lifelong commitment. Together with our team members, we would like your visit to our store to be both enjoyable and educational. Simply drop in and take a look around. View the birds, reptiles, small animals, toys, food, cages, and miscellaneous items. Learn of the services we have to offer and decide for yourself if this is the store you'd like to call your home away from home.
Victor Santucci, owner of Garden State Pet Center. Visit us today at 226 South Whitehorse Pike in Audubon, New Jersey. We're open 7 days a week for all of your pets' needs.
Tommy D's Home Design Center has opened a second location on Creek Road in Belmar, operating in Philadelphia for over 25 years and now expanding into South Jersey. Tommy D's is the place to go for kitchen cabinets, countertops, and cabinet accessories, heavily discounted compared to big box retailers. Stop in, take a seat, and watch as our experienced kitchen designer makes the kitchen of your dreams right in front of you. Tommy D's is the best in the business for quality kitchen countertops and cabinets that fit all budgets. Call us today at 856-210-9504 or visit the new location in person on the corner of Creek Road and Harding Avenue in Belmar next to the 42 on-ramp. 1 half down, 1 half to go here from Joseph Chinichi Stadium. I'm Dan Wilkins. Vincent Folks is just out of frame. We've got a good game so far. Delran leads West Deptford 21-7. And what we've seen so far is Delran got off to a hot start, scored 2 touchdowns in the first part of the first quarter of the game, and then they got another one at the waning moments of the second quarter. But West Deptford's been clawing back. You know, they've been trying to resurrect this team for a while now, and it seems like they're finally getting some coverage with that after having a lot of bad penalties assessed against them early in this ball game. So they're going to try to fight back. They're going to try to claw back, get into this one. But in a 14-point game, it's never really over. It's never really over till it's over. It's not like we had Buna and Gloucester earlier this year where it was 54-14 or whatever. You know, these guys are here to play. These guys are here to get some good team pride in before the end of the season. These guys are warming up. They're getting ready to go. Let's take a quick break. Don't really have much to say because this game doesn't really mean anything, but it does for these two teams. We'll talk about that in a minute. We'll take a quick break. We'll adjust the camera. We'll be right back to the action here at Joseph Chinichi Stadium. One half down, 1 half to play here from Delran. It's been a good one, 21-7 in favor of the Bears. You're watching coverage of the South Jersey Group 2 Consolation Round here in Joseph Chinichi Stadium here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. If you have any questions or comments about today's broadcast, drop me a line at thedanwilkinsshow@gmail.com. We're also looking for small businesses who would be interested in a sponsorship. We sell commercials for as little as $250 for a 6-month plan. We do filming, editing, and recording of the commercials, and we get it to you in a swift amount of time, and they get right on our broadcasts right away in front of 50,000 plus annual viewers here on DWB and over 1,300 subscribers. So if you want to help us invest in newer equipment or help with my college fund, I'm just being honest, that's part of it. That is part of it. And also, to help us with gas money and travel expenses for our coverage, donate today to our Venmo at DW Broadcasting. Even if you're not a small business owner, as that one's going to go out of play. So West Deptford is not going to have the cleanest start to the half as they kick that one out of bounds. But even if you're not a small business owner and you just want to help us out, you can send us a donation on Venmo at DW-Broadcasting. So West Deptford is going to Delran is going to get the ball. No, I didn't think they re-kicked, but I guess they will.
Wow. Here we go again, ever since that Pittman game.
That Pittman game had something too where when they kicked it out of bounds, they just, like that's the confusing part, is that they're going to re-kick it again, but I guess if the penalty is declined, or then Delran would get the ball back from that point. But they want to try it again from their own 35. Haven't even gotten the second half started underway, and there's already been a flag. So Cook's going to send this one away. That's a bit of an interesting formation there. Here it comes. Keeps it on the ground. Takes a couple of hops. It's still not claimed. It's at the 25, and he's going to smother it. What an excellent decision there by West Deptford to re-kick, because if they didn't, Delran would have had excellent field position, but because they did, they kept the ball on the ground. It took a weird ricochet, and Delran is going to set up with a little bit of unfavorable field position from inside the 25 at their own 23. This broadcast is brought to you by Tommy D's Home Improvement Center. Visit today for wholesale cabinets and kitchen countertops at heavily discounted rates compared to big box retailers. Visit today at 612 Creek Road in Belmar on the corner of Creek and Harding Avenue, right next to the 42 on-ramp. For heavily discounted kitchen home improvement, visit Tommy D's today. Casa with a handoff up the middle and breaking free all the way to the 48. There's a huge rush there. West Deptford wanted a flag, but that's going to be a first down for the Bears. A huge gain there for the Bears on one of their first plays of the half on the rush by Zahir Cobbins, the class of 25, 5'9", running back. Folks, we do not have a game locked in for Friday night, but when we do, we will update you on all of our social medias at DW Broadcasting. Dan Wilkins Broadcasting on Facebook. Oh, that's going to be a jump on West Deptford. Yeah, you can see that right there from the left tackle. And yeah. Our Facebook is Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. All other social media besides YouTube, including our Twitter and Instagram, are known as DW Broadcasting. Follow us today for the latest updates, including where we'll be, when we'll be there, and what's next for us on DWB, including exclusive content not available on YouTube. We hope you can follow us on social media, especially on our Twitter. We're trying to get to 1,000 followers on there. We recently surpassed 1,000 on our Instagram page. Going to try to make it 3 for 3. It's going to be 1st and 5 for the Bears in the I form. West Deptford trying to blitz here. Saka is going to go back. He's going to let it fly. Knocked away. An incredible deflection there by the Eagles. And no flags either, because I think somebody wanted a PI call, but Zahir Davis knocks it away, and that's going to be 2nd down and 5 after the false start and the incompletion. I mean, Delran got that one lucky break, but sometimes you can't get everything you want, and that just ends up biting you. Handoff up the middle. Not going to get too far on that one on the carry by Bowman. Ten minutes now left in the third, 21-7 in favor of the home side Delran Bears. Don't forget, folks, our partner network, HSG Network, has North Jersey football playoffs coming at you tomorrow at 7 o'clock with the Howell Rebels and the Hillsborough Raiders from up in Central to North Jersey. 7 o'clock start time. With Gaber on the call there, and Saka gets taken down. Saka gets sacked. A huge play for the West Deptford defense as they may have finally been woken up at that halftime break. It's going to be 4th down. Yeah, they never even got close to the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be 4th down and 6. Big play for their defense. And we'll see what West Deptford can use to rebound from that in this next drive, as Wynn is going to give it up. Hold on. There is a flag. They're talking over something. I don't know exactly what, but trying to differentiate something. I'm not exactly sure, but flag has been waved. So they'll try this one again. Brandon Wynn to send it away. DeRossini to return for the Eagles. Here a 21-7 ball game here in the third. Here comes the boot. Gets it high, gets it deep. It's actually going to land short. And it will go out of bounds at the 27, where West Deptford will take over in a 14-point ball game. First and 10 for the Eagles, with 8:37 left in the third quarter here. Gets a breakaway to the right side, still on his feet, and now that goes out of bounds, or excuse me, no, it stays in bounds. So it gets it out to the 35. It'll be second down. Actually, they're going to get 7 yards on that play. So a big gain for the Eagles. Not enough for a first down, but enough to get some momentum in their boots. They absolutely need it. Especially if they're going to get back into this game in any sense of the word. You know, they were down 21-0 at one point, and I'm thinking, boy, is this going to be a runaway. But Delran has been stopped in their tracks for most of the last quarter and a half, I'd say. Here comes a rush. Lorman is going to get enough for a first down here with a frenzy of black and white and brown over there. The band plays on for the visitors. No sight of the home band tonight for the Bears. They might have had something to do on a Thursday. I mean, hey, they could be watching Thursday Night Football, or whoever is playing in that. Comes a rush up the middle, another big one by West Deptford.
Pickups of 8, to bring up second down and 2.
So they get 8 yards on that play. I don't even know who's playing on Thursday Night Football. It's just been so forgettable, really.
Thursday night, Amazon Prime.
On Amazon Prime, it's Bills and Buccaneers. As in a bad game?
I mean, the Bucs, they're not too bad, and neither are the Bills. They've had their iffy moments. So, I mean, the NFL has surprised a lot of people this year, trust me. So
True.
I've learned,
Especially those Detroit Lions.
Yeah, it's anybody's game. It's anybody's game.
Second and short. Here comes the handoff. That's just going to be barely short. I think it's going to be third down here. So it'll be 3rd and 1. Third and 1. West Deptford trying to inch across. They've got it. No, wait, hold on. They might not have it yet. Oh, there's a late flag here. That flag went about 50 feet in the air, and we'll see what happens here. That was well after the whistle, so I don't know. Again, could just be the magic word, but it's got to be a personal foul or something.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on West Deptford.
Wow. That is their second unsportsmanlike conduct call of the game, and it couldn't have come in a bigger moment. You can't have that, especially well after the whistle. I mean, you just got to learn to use your head.
Yeah, so it'll be first and 10 from the 41.
So yeah, they're going to bring him back. They got the first down, but because the play was after the whistle, they still get that set of down, and it's going to be first and 10. Comes a handoff. So it seems like that unsportsmanlike call didn't affect them much. And it's going to be a 9-yard gain by the Eagles. And that ball is going to be right on the 50. We'll try it again here for the Eagles. Last time they did, they got an unsportsmanlike call, but we'll see what they can get this time. Cobb goes back to pass, lets it fly. That's going nowhere. And there's a late flag again. Well, West Deptford's the one cheering, so this might be against the Bears. I didn't see pass interference or anything like that. I might be wrong. Defensive pass interference. I haven't really seen that be called all year, honestly. Like maybe a couple times here and there, but mostly they've kept it clean. But that's one of the first DPI calls I've seen this year. And see, West Deptford had a egregious penalty. Now Delran has an egregious penalty. So I guess you could say, it's even now. But that's going to be from the West Deptford 35. And again, if they can get back on the board, it's going to be a one-score game, which could make this quite the interesting matchup here. Going into the fourth quarter with 4:43 left to play in the third. Cobb pitches it back. Davis gets about 8 yards. It's going to be second down and mid-range for the Eagles. I mean, they're moving the ball really well. They were not able to move the ball at all in the first half, except for that one touchdown, but Delran looked like they were going to walk all over them, and now that is becoming less of a reality and more of fiction. So we will see what we can get out of this one. Could be an opportunity for a good game.
Dave's going to carry once again. Gets down to the 25.
So he's going to get enough for a first for West Deptford. And in an already subdued crowd, West Deptford has been the silencer in this third quarter. Delran was up 21-7 at the half, and there's been no scoring since. They were up 21-0 at one point, and West Deptford has been slowly crawling back, but Cobb's been picked off before. He's had turnovers. We'll see what happens this time. He's going to just waltz right through the defense, and he's going to get about 8 yards again. West Deptford's gaining like 7 or 8 yards on every play. They haven't let the ball get out of their hands, and when they did, it was defensive pass interference. They've had everything go their way in this drive, and they're going to use this as building blocks going into the fourth quarter to really set up an interesting situation here for both the Bears and the Eagles. These guys had the same record at the end of the regular season at 2-7. But even though this is a consolation, what matters is who wants it more. Who wants to play Lower Cape May or Roselle? Who wants to play those guys? And who wants it more? Finally, whistles are blown before anybody can get down. Mullen on the stop.
Third down and 2.
Cobb with the handoff to Davis. And that's going to be enough for not only a first down, but to get inside the 10.
First and goal from the 6.
Well, I thought that picking Delran was going to be an easy bet. And you thought picking West Deptford was going to be an easy bet. And now we don't know what this is going to slide in. Because the momentum has swung so far in the direction of West Deptford that this is throwing everybody off. Our first score is in from tonight. Overbrook defeated Triton 38-34 in the crossover game. That is our first score from tonight. Triton falls to 3-7, Overbrook to 6-3 in the crossover. 38-34 the final, including a 22-point second quarter for the Rams, and then a 12-point fourth quarter for the Mustangs. So that is going to be an interesting game. But we've got a lot of games to watch on Friday, even if we're not covering a game. West Windsor and Cherokee, Atlantic City and Washington Township, Northern Burlington and Millville, Manalapan and Mainland, Morristown and Brick Memorial, Robbinsville and Timber Creek. Davis gets it again, and they're going to get the stop. It's going to be 3rd and goal. Wall and Cedar Creek, Haddon Heights and Oakcrest, Keyport and Glassboro. Let's see here for South Jersey. We've got I'm trying to find the South Jersey games. Here we go. Ocean City and Hamilton, Burlington Township and Delsey, Allentown and Seneca, Spotswood and Point Pleasant, Monmouth and Willingboro, Middle Township and Gloucester. That's going to be a great one as well. Raritan, Haddonfield. Timeout's going to be called on the Eagles. They're on the doorstep of a touchdown, but Delran is looking to deny entry. We'll be right back. 35.2. Right back after this.
Saturday, November 4th.
Third down. Look at this formation here. I think they're going to try a brotherly shove. No, they're not. Up the middle, touchdown, West Deptford. Lorman gets it in, and just like that, it is a one-score game, 21-13. When Delran got the early start, they have run out of gas here in the third quarter, and West Deptford is right back in it. It's 21-13. They're doing this again. I don't know. I don't know there. Oh my gosh, this isn't the Harlem Globetrotters right here. I don't think we are. I don't think we're playing them. That one is up away, and it's a beauty. It went into the soccer net too. See, it counts for a PAT and a goal for the camera operator down there, and he got the football too. So a PAT and a goal just shy of the crossbar. It's going to be 21-14. We're multi-sporting here in Delran. We'll be right back. Yeah. Third quarter, 30 seconds left. I think this game is officially now a good one. Cook to send this one away. Keeps it on the ground. Goes past everybody. Going to stay in bounds. Picked up at the 22. And now there's another flag coming in from the back.
Turns it out to the 32.
You see what's going on here. A lot of whistles coming in. We'll look for the white cap here, what he has to say. He was closest to that one. I think they're trying to get their mic to work. Holding on the receiving team. So Delran hit with another penalty. Wow.
Delran will take over first and 10 from the 19.
Here we go. From the 19-yard line, Delran going to take this one over. There's a flag on the play before we even got started.
And it looks like they're moving back in again.
No, hold on.
Offsides on West Deptford.
Offsides on the defense. We should really have a counter for flags. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Okay.
You're kidding me.
I'm going crazy.
Oh. Good grief. Here we go. 1st and 5 for the Bears. They're going to fake the handoff. Payne.
That should possibly do it for
They're going to have 15 seconds left, and I think they're going to walk this one off. I don't think they're going to have... Yeah, I think they're done for the quarter, and in fact they will. 3, 2, 1. And that's going to end the third quarter. But don't look now. West Deptford's right back in this one. It is 21-14 after 3. Tommy D's Home Design Center has opened a second location on Creek Road in Belmar, operating in Philadelphia for over 25 years and now expanding into South Jersey. Tommy D's is the place to go for kitchen cabinets, countertops, and cabinet accessories, heavily discounted compared to big box retailers. Stop in, take a seat, and watch as our experienced kitchen designer makes the kitchen of your dreams right in front of you. Tommy D's is the best in the business for quality kitchen countertops and cabinets that fit all budgets. Call us today at 856-210-9504 or visit the new location in person on the corner of Creek Road and Harding Avenue in Belmar next to the 42 on-ramp. Three quarters down, 1 to go. Here comes the handoff from Sacco on 2nd down. Here comes a breakaway. That's going to go to the 45, and it's going to be a Delran first down. That was great right there. I mean, they needed that break after getting hit with the penalties. They needed something to go their way, and that rush from Nick Payne right there was able to do it. They got enough for an emphatic first down. Remember, the winner of this game will play on Thursday, November the 2nd in the final. Yeah, November. I saw that look on your face, Vince. November's coming. The leaves are changing colors. You're going to hear Mariah Carey anytime on the radio. Anytime now. First down and 10 for the Bears from the 45. Here comes a rush up the middle, and Payne again, going to be short.
Second down and 9.
Here on Thursday Night Football. Vinny Saka, handoff to Brady Bowman. And that's going to be right on the opposite 45. That might be enough for a first down for the Bears.
Down to the 45-yard line. That's enough for a first down for the Bears.
So the Bears
Down at a 45.
The Bears move along here. Again, if they win, they would face on Thursday, November 2nd, the winner of Lower Cape May and Roselle. And again, that's exactly what I thought too. Roselle, why are they playing Roselle? I don't know why either. Why is Manchester Township ranked as South Jersey? Why is Dunellen playing in the South Jersey Group 1? Roselle is in the same, longitude line as Brooklyn and the Statue of Liberty. That's not South. There comes a run by Cobbins, excuse me. 7:54. It doesn't feel like 8 p.m., but we've got a good one though. Here from Joseph Chinichi Stadium. If you're just tuning in, or if you've been here since the start, we're glad to have you here on DWB, and it's a 21-14 game in favor of the Bears over the Eagles. Here in the early stages of the first, and now a timeout's going to be called by the Bears. They use their first of the half. Each team now has 2 remaining. We'll be right back after this. 9:13 left in the regulation period.
DJK Roofing is an American-known company that cares about our customers. We answer the phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and offer financing options to keep cash in your pocket. Even in our busiest times, estimates happen within 24 hours if needed. Most jobs can be completed in 1 day. Our measurement techniques ensure accuracy, so there are no extra waste materials when we replace your roof. We treat our home like it's yours. From the biggest to the smallest jobs, the owner will be on site to oversee the operation. Our employees are not permitted to smoke on jobs, and cleanup is so good that it might be cleaner than when we arrive. For all your roofing needs, call DJK Roofing now.
Maybe this is why tonight's game is so weird. We've got a full moon here in Delran. Maybe that's the explanation. Oh, you're kidding me. Now West Deptford calls the timeout just after we come back from break. Oh, my word. We'll keep it here. 9:13 left in the fourth. I mean, Vince, Delran had all the momentum early in this one, and now West Deptford is clawing back with the ball in Delran's court, but West Deptford's defense seems to have gotten a wake-up call at the halftime break.
Yeah, I mean, right now you're looking at this in terms of, you're looking at this game in terms of 2 views. When you first looked at it, you're like, oh, Delran, you look at them, and I thought the same thing, like, oh, no, this may be a runaway game, but Delran, they cooled off a bit, and the penalties have been nonstop, just hitting them in the gut. I mean, it's just been constant. So, main thing for Delran right now in this fourth quarter, you need to cut down on that. I mean, they're on a good drive right here, so exactly, it's kind of tough to see, but we'll see what they can do. But like I said, main thing, you got to cut down on the penalties. They've been killing you all game.
Well, Delran on the West Deptford 41. Saka handoff.
Cobbins on the carry.
And Cobbins finally gets tackled by a host of black and white.
Third down and 2.
I do really like those West Effort blackout jerseys. They do look really nice.
The Eagles used to have black themselves.
With like a hint of green, you know? Yeah. But from where we're at in the grandstands, they just look black and white, you know, almost like the Chicago White Sox. But and you got brown and yellow representing the San Diego Padres. So what you're saying is that this is an interleague baseball game. Third and short for the Bears. Saka in the I form. Here comes the handoff to Cobbins. That's going to be enough for a Bears first down as he gets ragdolled to the ground at the 36.
Another first down for the Bears.
And that's what they're going to get. Comes a handoff. Saka's going to take it himself. And he gets taken down at the 16. Enough for a Bears first down. I mean, West Deptford has made this a very good game, but you can see the cracks starting to show in that defense. So they will try to reel this one in. Handoff to the right side, and Nick Peen gets a good drive there and gets it inside the 10. And what do we say? Delran is on the doorstep of a touchdown. But will West Deptford let them in? That is the question. 7 minutes and 10 seconds and counting here in the regulation. This broadcast is brought to you by Doug Does Anything, your local handyman. For any job needed, no matter how big or small, give Doug Does Anything a call, 856-412-0118.
Second down and 5. Cobbins on the carry.
And that one's going to be short.
No gain. Third down.
So third and about 4 after basically neutral gain, maybe a fraction of a yard. That's about it. Don't forget, folks, we are still unsure where we will be going Friday. I've been making phone calls and emails all day trying to find a game. We had 2 games fall out. We were supposed to do, I mean, I'm not going to say the game itself because I don't want to reveal that, but, we were really disappointed. We were going to get a really good game, and unfortunately there just wasn't space in the press box, and then there was an AD who didn't get back to us. So, it's an unfortunate part of the industry, but I appreciate everybody for understanding. It's going to be enough to get it down to the 5.
It's another first down for the Bears. First and goal from the 5.
So they'll drop the sticks. It's going to be first and goal from the 5. Delran looking to extend the lead, and with 5 minutes and 30 seconds left, they've done an excellent job of slowing down the drive and making that clock move, which is what you need because you want to give West Deptford as little amount of time to work with the deficit that they have. That's going to be short. West Deptford puts up the stop. So that's going to bring up First and goal, or second and goal rather, from the 7. (21-14). Delran looking to make that 28. And West Deptford's going to jump. That's huge right there. They folded when they absolutely should not have folded.
Offsides, West Deptford. Okay. He's second down and 4.
I mean, when you fold that bad, there's no hiding it. There's a lot of cracks showing.
Yeah.
Up the middle.
Sack on the quarterback keep.
Sack on the keeper.
Gets down to the 1. He's third and goes for the 1.
There's a slew of bodies laying down. It's going to be at the 1. Here we go.
Why would you give it to Kenny now? They haven't stopped him yet. It's 2 for 2.
3 minutes and 25 seconds of counting here on DWB. West Deptford 14, Delran 21 here in the South Jersey Group 2 Consolations semifinals. Here we go. They're going to try to shove it across the line. It is a... Hold on. Saka was celebrating like it was a touchdown.
Come on, put them up. Put them up.
They're waiting. Now it's a touchdown, Delran. That might have been the most suspenseful touchdown ever. I had to wait a good 20 seconds for us to get the call. Oh my gosh. That was such a suspenseful touchdown, you thought M. Night Shyamalan was the referee. That's going to make it 27-14. Vinny Saka gets it in, and it's going to be a 13-point game. Could be a 14-point game if Brandon Wynn gets it in. That would be his 4th PAT of the night. Would be 4 for 4 if he can get it. So we'll see what they can get here. Brandon Wynn with the PAT from the 10-yard line, looking to make it 28-14, which would give West Deptford 3 odd minutes to get what would be none other than a miracle drive in. Wynn up away, and it is good.
And it is good.
And once again went into the soccer post, so
3:02
it's double trouble right there. We'll take a quick break. 3:02 left in quarter number 4, 28-14, Delran. 28-14, 3 and a chunk of change left. And that's going to be smothered at the 28 after that one was brought in by the Eagles' number 21. Excuse me for a second. That will be Caleb Jackson. So with 3 minutes and 1 second left in quarter number 4, going to make for an interesting situation here. Man, there's another flag. False start on the offense. Even the PA guy's laughing. I mean, yeah, this is a this is a crazy amount of fouls, if you ask me. Cobb lets it fly, and that is all the way onto the sideline and caught by a West Deptford cheerleader. I mean, on a bounce, but still. I mean, Cobb, he pump faked it a couple times, and you could tell they're getting in a little bit of desperation mode here. You know, it's 2nd and 15. They need 2 scores to get back in it, and they only have 1 timeout left. Yeah. So Delran, if they get the ball back in any shape or form, even if they make it 28-22, you know, even if they go for the radical 2-point conversion, Delran can still ice the clock, and they can still run that time down pretty significantly. So West Deptford needs to get the ball into the end zone much sooner rather than later, because they need 2 drives out of this. They don't have all the time in the world. Cobb unleashes a pass, and it's picked off. And speaking of that, that's going to put the game on ice.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah. Hold on. No. That's oh man. The public address announcer just got booed in Delran for what was a pick by Anthony Marino. It is called back as an incompletion, so we're having a blast tonight here on the bleachers in Delran. Unbelievable. .246 left in regulation. West Deptford down 28-14. Cobb again for a 3rd straight pass on the run. This time nobody's home. Intended for Smith. Oof. Delran led by Colin Hugo with assistant coaches Nick Santosuso, Vincent Marino, Jeff Johnson, Dustin Desher, Joseph Enoch, Rick Cordero, and Jim Puglia. .239. Timeout's going to be called, I think at least. Timeout's going to be West Deptford. They used their last. So they're not even going to try to save that timeout for if Delran gets the ball. I think they're kind of waltzing back now. But hey, Delran was the 1 seed going into this consolation bracket. There's 4 teams that play. The consolation final is next week. So it makes it interesting. You know, they've got both teams had the same record. One is going to come home 3-7. One's going to come home 2-8. But for Delran, I picked them to win. And, they really shocked me tonight for multiple reasons, on multiple levels. I thought it was going to be a runaway game. With the way that they got those 3 touchdowns, they were just waltzing in there. They didn't really have to fight that hard for it. They got the pick, they got turnovers, they got everything that they needed. In one case, the punter's knee was down at the 1-yard line. Yeah. They basically had that score handed to them. So, now that you're in that spot, West Deptford slowed them down, even brought them to a halt at one point. And here comes the desperation pass. Cobb down! Sack for the Bears. And that puts the game on ice. A huge sack and a huge celebration from number 60, Alex Perdrogo. And with 2.5 minutes left in the game, Delran's going to take over and maybe get one last score before the end of the night. You're watching coverage of the South Jersey Group 2 Consolation semifinals here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. The winner will face the winner of Lower Cape May and Roselle. Still feels weird to me when I say Roselle and South Jersey when you've got a team that's right next to Brooklyn. But that's the sanctioning body for you. Vinny Saka in a great position to get in a garbage time TD. Peen is going to get the whistle blown with him still on his feet. It's going to be second and goal from the 9. Here we go from the 9, just over 90 seconds left in the game. I mean, do you even score here, or do you try to run down the clock as much as possible so that you can get home faster? There's a run up the middle by Peen. It's going to be up to the 5, and they're going to run this down as much as they can. Delran would improve to 3-7 on the campaign, and again, they would face either Lower Cape May or Roselle. That game will be noon on Saturday from Roselle. And then the championship game for this consolation bracket would be Thursday, November 2nd. With Delran being the 1 seed, they would automatically be the home team for that November 2nd game. Well, not often do we get to do Thursday night football, but both times we were here in Delran was for a Thursday. Willingboro beat Delran 57-19 in the first time, but here in the second half of the edition, Delran is going to get themselves their 3rd win of the 2023 season. They'll take a knee, and Delran is going to advance to the South Jersey Group 2 Consolation Finals. West Deptford put up a great fight, but that is where this game is going to be called as the clock runs down to 12 seconds. They've still got 10 seconds left, and they're already meeting at the 50. But Delran will face either Lower Cape May or Roselle. After Saturday's game, we'll find out who they play. Delran will automatically be at home on November 2nd, Thursday night football. And Vince, we talked about how these guys looked like they were going to run away with it at the beginning, but West Deptford kept them in check up until the very end. But Delran didn't even get that touchdown in at the end, so they kept it 28-14. What's your thoughts on this one?
I mean, my thoughts in general on this one has been a game of adjusting. And what I mean by that has been basically for Delran in general. They came out, right? They looked like they were going to run away with
swinging,
this.
I'll tell you that.
Oh, exactly. They looked like they were going to run away with the game. Now, the Eagles, all of a sudden, they came back, right? And they started to confuse Delran a bit. Now, after what happened there, Delran had to refocus, readjust, and figure out that defense again And once they figured out the holes in that defense, they were able to, get obviously more points and get this win. But the thing is, with the Eagles, they unfortunately folded at the wrong times, therefore being at the first quarter when they practically gave them a touchdown. And then right here, just in this fourth quarter with that beautiful drive by Delran going all the way down, then the Eagles got they jumped. They got a big penalty there, which moved Delran even closer.
They had a lot of big penalties tonight.
Yeah, and it's just they never really had a grasp. They had a little bit of a grasp. I take that back. They had a little bit of a grasp in the second quarter or whatnot, where they looked like, okay, this is going to be a game. But as they were coming back, Delran, like I said, they readjusted. They figured everything else out. They relaxed. They sat back. And once they sat back, they really looked. They figured it out. They were able to just come back and take this game away right out of the Eagles' claws.
Well, folks, that's going to wrap it up for us tonight. The final score: West Deptford 14, Delran 28. They will play either Lower Cape May or Roselle on Thursday, November 2nd in Delran. From everybody here at Dan Wilkins Broadcasting, our social media coordinator, Anthony DePalma, our graphics crew, Gavin Van Rel, Caleb Lane, and Liam Nolan, my wonderful producer to my right, Vincent Folkt, I'm Dan Wilkins. We will see you tomorrow night. We don't know where we're going to be yet, but we're going to find out in the next 12 hours, I hope. But that's where we're going to be. Follow us on social media, especially on our Twitter at DW Broadcasting, so that when we know where we're going to be, we'll let you know as well. That's all for us tonight. 28-14, Delran beats West Deptford. That's all for us. Have a good one, folks.